it's Jen. I have a few card projects to share with you, and I'm going to talk about some dies and a personal stamp I had made. So let me start off with, I have three of these little penguin cards, and this image is, you can find it at both Michael's and AC Moore. It's part of the Hampton Art like holiday series by Janet Dunn. I also picked up the snowflake one. I think there's 6 or 8 of them. The penguin is so super cute. He's really fun to color. He comes with a die. The issue is the die for the penguin does not match up with the stamp, which I know kind of sounds bizarre, and I tried and tried and tried and tried and tried. And the die is actually smaller, so you either end up cutting his head off or cutting his bottom off, or if you line up one foot, then the rest of it doesn't line up. So that was a little disappointing. I did send a quick note to Hampton Art. That it's not that big a deal. I've used lots of their stuff, and it's always been good in the past. But in any case, if you get it, that you might have a little issue with that. However, I've stamped him out a couple of times. I've watercolored him. Here I watercolored him, and I used just a tiny bit of Copics to get that darker gray color. I used a little wink of Stella. In the background here, I embossed this paper and then just layered these 2 dies. Super simple. I put a little ribbon on there. I'm going to make a pocket envelope for this one and just put a little stamp on the back. And then the next one is this one. I really like the way this came out with the color scheme I used. However, this is the snowflake stamp, and I just inked those, and it's probably going to be, I don't think you're going to be able to see it on camera, but they have a little bit of a shimmer to them. And my friend Jill, who's Stamp Pyra, suggested using the Versamark Dazzle Frost. If you want to give something an all-over shimmer, you just stamp it on there, and it dries, and it's not sticky or tacky, and it just gives it a tiny bit of shimmer. So I colored him with my Copics. This is another stamp that comes with the penguin, as well as this sentiment. No, actually this sentiment comes with the snowflakes. And just added some trims and a little pocket in front. And so I wanted to show you guys, I had a stamp created. Oh, I also did some embossing on the back of this piece of paper. I'm all over the place. I purchased a stamp, and I will link below the Etsy store. It is the store is from Malaysia, but they're very inexpensive. And this is how I ordered it. You can order it to come in different ways, but I wanted it on the little handle. And so I can stamp it any color that I want. It did come out a little bit bigger than I thought, and they're very inexpensive. I mean, I don't know how he makes any money doing this, but this is 1.5 inches. So I was hoping to be able to use 1.5 inches die, but it is every bit of 1.5 inches, so I have to use a bigger punch is what I meant. But I was able to find a 1 3/4 inch punch at Michael's, so that, because like this is a 2-inch punch, so that's a pretty big, you know, it can be pretty big for some cards, and I do mostly cards. But this is the 1 3/4 inch punch, so that brings it down a little bit. And I'm going to order another one, and I'm going to have him make it a little bit smaller. I'm going to have him make it 1 1/4 inches so that I can use 1.5 inch punch. But I love the way that it came out. I did this drawing that's in the middle, and it's just to my blog. So here's another one that I cut at 1 3/4 inches. And I used some die cuts, but really I wanted to be able to just use a punch to quickly punch it out. That's another die. So yeah, that's super fun to have. So there's that one, and I added just a few little silver embellishments in the snowflakes and present as well. And then my last one, I've been going kind of crazy with the penguin. This one I colored with my Copics. A little bit of Wink of Stella here and there. Did the same, used the same embossing folder and just inked that one up a little bit. I also used this. This one you might be able to see the shimmer on here from the Dazzle. The Versamark Dazzle. But this was just another die that I have. And I embossed these snowflakes onto vellum and used the Frontage Shabby White embossing powder and then cut them out with the die. And this die works beautifully. It hugs really tight to the snowflake. But I love the way that the snowflakes came out. And I haven't done anything else with it. This one's just plain right now. So those are my penguins. And then I also picked up this ornament die set from, it's a Darcie set. And I had mentioned in the past, I picked up a Darcie die at AC Moore, and it was an oval frame set. And it does not cut well. The edges of it were not, they almost looked like it had a coating on it, so the edges were kind of rounded and it did not cut nice. So I wanted to give the Darcie dies one more try. I believe I picked these up at AC Moore as well. And these cut gorgeous. The edge is really deep and it's very sharp. So I cut out these little ornaments. And just, they emboss beautifully. And put the little words on there and just put some tilde paper on the background, and they have these cute little old-fashioned cowbells on them. So I did want to mention that I like those. And so that's all I have for this video. I'm going to have some happy mail to share. I'm going to do another video just following this one. But you guys have a super great day. I see everybody making tons of stuff for the holidays. It's great. To be able to share and see what everyone's making. So you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.